Running a business can be a difficult thing to do on your own, but with a little family encouragement and support, operating a business can be fun and exciting. Family businesses can be passed down from one generation to the next, or it can be an exciting new endeavor. Camari Frame, a yoga teacher that runs classes out of her home located on Lasser and Fraser Roads, has found that encouragement from family can make a business work.
I was always athletic in school, and my mother put me in dance classes when I was about 7 because she knew I was going to be tall and she wanted me to be graceful. And then I developed a form of rheumatoid arthritis when I was about 19, and it rendered me in some really severe pain for a few years. And I had heard a lot about yoga, but I hadn't ever tried it. I didn't know really what it would do for me. And I took my first class, and I felt an immediate difference, both in my pain level, and I kept going back and back. And it seemed like I had finally found something that pulled my love of physical movement and my love of anatomy and kinesiology and physiology and put it together.
Once we realized she was really involved in yoga, and this started, I guess, in New York, Upper New York, where she lived. Then we realized that if she got back this way, she could have a studio right here. And we knew a lot of people that had heard of yoga, but they hadn't heard of yoga from Camari. And we thought it would be really great for her to get a new start in her business right here in the Detroit area.
Camari wanted to provide her students with a feeling of home, so with assistance from her mother and father, she opened up her in-home studio. This has been a big change from typical studios and large classes that most gyms provide. Camari wanted her students to feel relaxed and at peace instead of stressed and uptight.
The environment at Camari's is really relaxed, very casual, since it is in her home. I think Camari's business has great potential for succeeding amongst all of the other franchise, large company gyms and yoga studios, because it is very personal and she's very one-on-one with you, and you don't feel like you're just a face in the crowd and being yelled at by somebody, you know, with a mic who's in front of a class of 20, 30 people, you know, screaming over super loud music. So I think that the experience she gives people makes you want to come back every time.
Keep lengthening the left side of your waist. Stretch this arm up. There you go. Now you feel the difference? I like teaching privately, and I like teaching small groups, like no more than 3 people. And that's what this space allows. Any more people than that, it starts feeling a little cramped. And I figure you want to be cramped, you should go to the gym and take class. Because that's what people go to big classes for, because they want the anonymity. But my students, either don't want that anonymity, they want somebody to pay attention to them and to see what they're doing, or they have some type of issue that I have to address.
Having your own private studio, I think, is more personable, especially with some people that may not like the big student atmosphere. This way it's more one-on-one, or her classes no more than 3 people. Some people don't feel that, especially older people, don't feel that yoga could be an important part of their life. She explains how easy it is for you to get started. It's for the everyday person, because a lot of people aren't as active as maybe they should be, and yoga gives them an opportunity to get a little bit more flexible. Even athletes are starting to get more and more involved in yoga. It's a great tool.
Most of Camari's students have medical conditions such as arthritis, knee and hip replacements, or other surgeries or incidents that can hinder a person's movements. Because Camari's classes contain only 1 to 3 people, she is able to focus on each person's individual needs.
I noticed that a lot of people, they think, oh no, how am I ever going to squeeze into these little poses? And what I learned from my background, being in so much pain all the time, was that the poses can be broken down into little incremental bits. And then you start putting the increments together, and next thing you know, you may never, touch your toes, but you at least can do a forward bend that's healthy for you. And it also helped that I started working with seniors really early in my teaching. And that also taught me that I could draw from what I knew about pain, about stiffness, about feeling, like you're 80 or 90 years old in the morning, and put that into my teaching. So I can approach, my goal or my ideal way of teaching is to approach people from where they are, not from where I want them to be, not from where I am. There are practices for pretty much, in this tradition, practices for almost any ailment. So I sometimes have people to come to me with asthma or sinus problems or allergies. So all of that is able to be addressed. So I want people to understand that you don't have to be a perfectly healthy person to come take yoga. You can have any issue that you need to have or that you're having, and we can address it. I've had people call me and say, I don't think I can make class tonight because my head is all stuffed up. And I say, well, come on in and we'll deal with that. And because the classes are so small and so personal, I can deal with issues personally that I could not deal with in a bigger class. I love the fact that my student base is so diverse in their age, in their physical ability, in their ethnicity. They're just kind of all over the place. And I love that, and I hope to keep that a part of this space, because I think it makes a big difference in the energetic feel here.
For more information on Camari's in-home yoga classes, please call area code 917-803-3474 or email Camari at camari@mac.com.